Okay, hey guys, I would like to tell you now about Java and JavaScript. What's the difference? I hear quite a lot of developers saying, hey, this is ridiculous. The recruiters just don't understand what's the difference between Java and JavaScript. They mix it all up. So now I'm going to tell you. You have Java and JavaScript, two completely different things. If you know Java, it doesn't mean that you know JavaScript, and vice versa. If you know JavaScript, you know nothing about Java. Java is used on backend and frontend. Same is JavaScript these days, used for backend and frontend. Right? You guys, I assume, know what backend and frontend is. This is we don't cover the basics, complete basics. So if you don't know what's backend and frontend, then ask me, and I will record different video. But now I assume you already know what the backend and frontend is. Java on backend means Java Standard Edition and Java Enterprise Edition. So Enterprise Edition is pretty much the Standard Edition plus some additional APIs. It's used for corporations, for example. And here we are talking about two main frameworks, which are Spring and Hibernate. Okay, so if you look at Java on the backend side, you see Spring and Hibernate as the two most important frameworks. Now let's look at Java on the front end. Is used only on Android. So we are not talking about web apps. We are talking only about Android, right? It's completely different than say React on front end. We are talking only about Android application here. So on front end, Java is used on Android mobile applications. And then we have JavaScript. JavaScript is, as I mentioned, completely different. It's also used on backend, but just recently, say the last maybe 3 years, 2-3 years, Facebook released Node.js as an open source framework, and it seems like they hit the nail pretty well, because it's getting very popular and it's used on the backend side significantly these days. Frontend, on the contrary, is used also on the web and mobile apps. So here you guys know what is front end, right? The front end means that the user interacts with something, with some front end, and the front end could be either a website or it could be a mobile app. So now let's look at the website. Here historically, developers used to use JavaScript just to write pure JavaScript without any framework. It's no longer best practice. They also used jQuery. There was a huge traction that jQuery had, say, 5 years ago, 7 years ago. It was very popular. It was the most favorite, the most common JavaScript framework, but it's no longer the case. So that's why I blended it to this little cloud with the tag old, And on the website, we have now new frameworks, say Angular or Vue.js, or the most popular is React. So React and Angular are the two most popular. Vue.js is also very popular. So also React and React Native comes from Facebook. You can see it here on the mobile side. So React Native is a complement to React. So React is on the website and React Native is on the mobile apps side of development. So React Native is considered new, while some of the old technologies that use JavaScript as the programming language and are considered old, say it could be PhoneGap or Titanium Accelerator or Ionic, or so these are considered old technologies. PhoneGap, Titanium, they are still fine. They generate native apps. They're written in JavaScript, which means a lot of code could be reused from, say, Android and iOS. They use these cross-platform tools to actually share the code base, but it's no longer the best practice. So that's why we have React Native that is really coming like a little storm. Everyone seems to like React Native on the front end side and React on the website sort of things. So again, right? JavaScript, both are used on backend and front end. However, some of the technologies are old, some of the technologies are new. Same with Java. So you have Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, J2EE, Spring Hibernate, and here you have the jQuery, which is old, and React new. Here you have the frameworks such as PhoneGap and Titanium, and React Native is the new one and very favorite. So this is the big picture overview I want you guys to have, because as soon as someone says, hey, I only work with Java and I use Spring, then it should immediately ring a bell that this guy is working with Java Standard Edition or Enterprise Edition on the backend side, so he's unlikely to work with Java to develop Android applications, right? Or if someone says, hey, I'm really a big fan of jQuery, then you know that maybe this front-end developer is not really following the standards or the best practices. He may be just still living in the past, right? So make sure that you know what is old, what is new, what is say on the enterprise side of Java, what is used on the front-end side, back-end side with JavaScript. So this is it. Enjoy, guys, and ask me questions if something is not clear.